Is Sunday, January 4th. And I just got some Riftbound orders in, and something interesting happened. But if you're wondering what cards I'm buying, it's these ones right here, the ones that look like this. So we got the Ari Ninetail Fox. We have the Bounty Hunter Misfortune. We got two of those bad boys. This is only in this order. Oh, there's actually a ding on that one. Whatever, that's fine. We got a few Kaisa's Daughter of the Void. We got another Bounty Hunter. Oh shit, don't fall. Should have 7 of those, which we do. Gotta count this order because there was a mistake. And we'll go over that in a second. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh. Yeah, there's definitely a minor ding on the top corner there. You can kind of see the lightning. See that like weird hollow thing and right next to my finger? That's not supposed to be on the print. Definitely a scratch of some sort. However, it's very obvious to me that somebody was not very apparent of what they were shipping out. And they shipped out these guys. I didn't even order these. They're the Volibear Imposing. And they sell for like 40 cents. But the ones I wanted were the full art Volibears that look like this. It looks very similar to this Misfortune card, except it's Volibear and he's red. Has a more red background. And I paid, so for the Volibear Relentless Storm number 249, which this is numbered 158, sells for 24 cents. Okay, that's fine. I look up the price of this Volibear. It's 40 cents. So like, I think I'm just gonna list these on TCG Player and get my money back, cause you know, at least there is some nice, like, people are constantly buying this card too, so it must be somewhat playable. I just found it funny that I ordered a 24 cents card and now it's 40. So with shipping, I mean, I'll make some money on it. Let's see, so 6 for 40. Shit, 6 times 4 is 240. So I'll make like 240 minus 144. It's like 94 cents. I'll probably make like 50 cents, but it's just goofy. It's not really worth sending these back and getting my other ones, because like, I don't know, I have a bunch of them anyway, and I'm probably just gonna buy the remainder that I need in one order next time I get paid. That's actually hilarious though. So I'm up on these already. I'm up on the Volibears already. But yeah, so I think majority of the orders are in. I'm just waiting a little bit longer, probably this Friday or something like that, maybe a little bit earlier. I'm going to go over everything that I bought once I get the cards in hand. I'm kind of waiting to do that. That way I can showcase them and make like a pretty thumbnail, which apparently YouTube really cares about. But these type of cards, man, they just seem too cheap for me. This is the only card that has seen some movement, is the Ari Ninetail Fox. It went from like 50 cents to $3 like over the course of a week. So buyouts are happening. I also did participate in that buyout, I cannot lie. But that's not my fault, because I was going to buy the cards anyway. okay? I'm just pissed off that I didn't get in before the jump to $3. Which, I mean, it's bound to happen, okay? Like, you're bound to try to buy a product. You don't have money, so you're waiting on the capital to buy it. And then the price moves. It's just infuriating that I moved literally the day before I bought it. Whoever did that, good on you, honestly. Good on you, because I was going to do the same thing. I wasn't going to go nearly as deep as he did, or as they did. But you know what? I think me and him are on to something. I want to call him because it probably is a dude. And it is 100% possible that some of these full arts become playable with the new Spirit Forge set, which is probably why Ari has spiked. That's what I believe. I could be wrong in that, but that's kind of what I believe. I don't really play the TCG. I don't know anything about the TCG. I've never seen anybody play it. I have never played it myself. Do I want to play it? Yes. Actually, on February 7th, I go down to a pre-release event at good old Cardinal Gaming, which if you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. That's fine. But I'm going to go to that event and probably get my shit kicked in. But I'm going to try to play the game, okay? It's like $40 or something. So what was I saying? What I just find it interesting. I haven't even looked at the price of any of these cards. I doubt any of them have moved since I bought them. The only one that I would be keeping my eye on is the Ari Ninetale, because like I said, it is already jumped to $3. And my goal is to buy like 20 of each card, and then over the course of this year, sell off 5 of them to pay for the cost of the card itself, which realistically speaking won't be that hard to do. Because most of my cost basis is like less than $15. The only one that's more than that is the Ari Ninetale, which is closer to the $50 to $75 price point. But if I sell 5 for like, actually, no, that's not. I think it's like 30. I don't know how much it is. I forget entirely. But I'm holding on to like 200 of the Forging cards. And then once the dust settles with Spirit Forge, I plan on doing the same thing. Probably, because it's releasing in February, pretty early on in February, I think. Or maybe it's the 26th of February. No, it's the 26th of January is Ascending Heroes. I think soon after that is when Riftbound releases. It's probably the 7th or 6th or something like that. But it releases in February, I know that. Probably in May is when I'll purchase the singles. Depending on what happens with Spirit Forge. I hope they keep the print runs small. That's probably the best thing. I know Rudy from Alpha Investments recently put out a 50-minute video discussing Riftbound and what his thoughts were, and how what tends to happen with new trading card games is that the first 2-3 print runs are like, small, they're testing the waters. And then the third one, they just annihilate it, or the fourth, they just annihilate the prints. And then everyone loses faith in the secondary market. And then we're stuck with pieces of paper. But I don't think that's going to happen with the Riftbound trading card game. I just don't. I think League of Legends is kind of too big to fail. And maybe that's childish or stupid of me to think, but Runeterra was actually pretty successful, I think. TFT has obviously overtaken Runeterra in terms of like a a strategy game that kind of deals with cards, but it's auto chess, so it's a little bit different mechanics and a lot more heavily on the RNG side of things. Which, I mean, I haven't played Runeterra, but I had a friend who really enjoyed it. And actually got like the top rank in the first season, and then stopped playing it entirely. So I think with the success of Runeterra, it would be hard for League of Legends not to be able to pivot into an actual trading card game and succeed, especially since the issue with an online trading card game is that there's no intrinsic value to the cards that you are buying. That is the issue I think Hearthstone has run into. There's no way to, like, you know, if you're done playing the game, there's no way to recoup some of your investment. Even if it's minuscule amounts of money, I still think that is important to be able to do. And we have yet to see an online trading card game successfully do that with like a third-party marketplace. Steam has trading cards online, but nobody really cares about that. And I do think being able to physically hold the card is pretty important. So if you're interested in starting a trading card game online, you should make physical cards that you can scan into the game. That'd be pretty cool. That would be pretty cool. Sorry, I'm playing with these. They're kind of fun to play with. I just wanted to go over Riftbound again. I know. I've been talking a lot about Riftbound, but Riftbound has been where my money's at. I can't lie. Pokemon's good, but I'm kind of chilling on Pokemon right now. I haven't really found anything on Facebook Marketplace that is like, oh yes, I need to buy. The only thing I'm really finding on Facebook Marketplace right now, which if I did it right, I could actually just fucking figure that shit out. The only thing I found on Facebook Marketplace is people that are vendors that are trying to get rid of stuff, and they're like pricing it out at like 80%. But I don't have the capital right now to buy large collections, and they're all pretty sizable in the collection. Also, Pokemon just isn't really moving right now. I don't know if it's because like of what I got, but like I figured I would have sold a lot of my stuff a little bit quicker than what I have. So I'm probably just gonna be doing the graded stuff for Pokemon and then using Riftbound to churn and burn type of situation. I did grade 1 Riftbound card, which was the Darius. If you've seen it in my previous video, was the Darius Overnumber. I think I'm going to continue to do that with Spirit Forge. I do want to go ahead and buy 3 cases, or 3 boxes if I can, just to have some bulk to sell, because the bulk does sell actually pretty well. There are constant sales. I think Riftbound by the end of 2026 is that if everything goes well, I could see Riftbound being the number 4 trading card game, and we're not including Yu-Gi-Oh! I think Yu-Gi-Oh! Is destined to fail. I think they're going to have some success here with that new set that they released, but I don't think serialized cards are necessarily the answer. I think the answer to Yu-Gi-Oh! Is keep it Asian. Hot take, I know. But the Asian market's big. That's where they make all their money. They should just focus on that. Or I don't know. I just feel League of Legends is going to do really well this year. I don't know why. I just have it in my mind that it will do really well. there are indicators of previous stuff like One Piece. One Piece has done significantly well. It's really hot right now. I think everyone is kind of shitting on how hot it is, but realistically speaking, they have incredible art, it's an incredible IP, and Bandai is actually doing a really good job of managing the secondary market, which is where a lot of people and a lot of new trading card games mess up, is you need the secondary market is more, I would argue, is more important than the actual game itself. Because Force of Will came in, it was pretty hot when it first released. I got into it when I was relatively small, and I thought it was going to pick up steam. The box prices have not moved in a positive trajectory. Nobody plays it. Nobody even cares about Force of Will at all. I will continue to hold my bulk, and my bulk is listed. If you are interested in making a Force of Will deck, I am probably one of the only people that have a significant number of any of the 7th or the Game of the Gods sets. So I just find it really interesting and what happened with Force of Will, especially since they continue to release sets. I don't even know where you can play Force of Will. I don't know if anybody actually does. There used to be online tournaments that were happening pretty frequently, and then I think they stopped. Probably because the views and monetization just was not there, and it all boils down to the secondary market, man. I don't know what was happening with that game, but it just is the secondary market, full stop. It's funny though, I did have a Cardfight Vanguard sale, which I did not think was going to happen. I listed like 6 Cardfight Vanguard's cards, and they all sold. So I'm thinking about going through my Cardfight Vanguard bulk and listing that at some point. I'm just kind of been too lazy to do that. But I got the wrong cards. But like, I don't know what to do about that, because I'm not going to ship these back. I don't necessarily want these cards, but it would be too expensive for me to ship these back and then get the other ones in return. So I might message the seller and be like, hey, you sent me the wrong cards, but the cards you sent me are more expensive than the other cards, so I don't know what to do. I literally don't know what to do. Maybe I just don't say anything about it, and they listed the wrong cards, maybe. This guy opened up a lot of Riftbound, though, I can tell you that. Or he's bought some Riftbound bulk. I don't know what happened with these cards specifically, but I don't really care. Riftbound sells, and it's nice to have a card game that actually continues to sell. Like I said, I do plan on buying some Riftbound bulk with my next time I get paid, so that'll be fun to go through and list. So if you're interested in selling Riftbound bulk, hit me up. I might buy it. Also, in the link in the description, I'm going to try to list my store page on TCG Player, so if you're interested in buying from me directly, that would be pretty cool. Do not have to do that, but I do have some Riftbound cards and singles. I have a lot of Pokemon Reverse Hollows and Hollows, and then Force of Will if you're interested. But anyway, peace out. This is a 20-minute video. It's going on long enough. I got scammed, but I'm scamming the scammer. That's probably what the title of this video is. Peace out. Have a great Sunday, and I'll catch you in the next one.